All right, ladies and gentlemen, very, very troubling topic, and that is our relationship with Iran. We've been talking about it over the past few days. We discussed it with John McCain here in studio yesterday. Joining us now is the editor-in-chief of the Washington Free Beacon and contributing editor to the Weekly Standard, Matthew Continetti. Hello, sir.
Hi, thanks for having me, Steve.
My pleasure, Matthew. I also want to try to squeeze Hillary in here if we can, but you know, your piece at freebeacon.com, the Coming Détente with Iran, it really is chilling when you think of who Iran is, who they've been, what they've said as recently as yesterday when they tweeted out, the Ayatollah tweeted out how they have to destroy Israel. And this administration defends, in the face of all of that, sitting down and talking with them and making them offers and loosening sanctions and signing an agreement.
Right. Free Beacon reported that Ben Rhodes, one of the president's top national security advisors, had told a group of progressive activists that they see a deal with Iran as Obamacare for the second term. Now, they see Obamacare as a success, but the rest of us see it as what it is, which is a disaster. And I think a deal with Iran would be the same. The president is very committed to getting a deal with Iran. I think he views it as really his last best shot for a legacy. And that's what he's really playing for now, is his legacy. And I'd also say that it's very hard for Congress to stop a president from doing what he wants in the area of foreign policy. You can protest it, you can try to defund it, which is what the Democrats tried to do to the surge in Iraq when George W. Bush was president. But at the end of the day, the president just has a lot of executive authority in the area of foreign policy.
Right, and you know, there's the story out that the administration kind of denies is that just like with health care, he's going to try to have an agreement in place with Iran that circumvents the legislature and circumvents the Senate. And, you know, and we talked to John McCain about that, too. He says he thinks he could do it. Obama thinks he could do it. But, you know, again, we're talking about two major issues. Obamacare, we've seen what it has wrought. We haven't even seen what it has wrought because it hasn't affected the majority of people who it will affect yet because of the delays. But, you know, allowing Iran, and the IAEA just said the other day that they're still pursuing nuclear weapons. I mean, what more does any president of the United States, combined with the tweets and the threats and everything, what more does a president need to say, take a hike, Iran?
Right. It is odd to me that throughout these negotiations, the president and the administration, they've never linked it to, say, Iranian support for terrorism, which is extensive. Whether it's Hezbollah, whether it's Hamas, whether it's other groups, there are ties to Al-Qaeda that Thomas Jocelyn has documented in the Weekly Standard that Iran has. So they won't discuss that with Iran. They won't link these negotiations to Iran's human rights record, which, as we know, is just dismal in their treatment of political prisoners and their treatment of minorities. And they won't link these discussions to Iran's development of intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs, the delivery system for a nuclear weapon. So I think you're absolutely right. There's just a lot of willful ignorance on the part of this president and his team. And it either is willful ignorance in the sense that they are just going to ignore everything else because they want a deal. That's all they want, is just a piece of paper. Or it's they actually believe that they have a willing partner in Iran. And the truth is that that latter option is probably scarier.
What's the chance, a little slightly off topic, that Israel sees a deal that they believe stinks and is unverifiable and is ridiculous, and they just finally launch some kind of military action?
Well, I think the Israeli strategy over the past several years has been the degradation of the Iranian nuclear program, whether it's through viruses such as Stuxnet, or whether you've seen these Iranian scientists, the nuclear scientists and such, be killed. You've also seen explosions or other types of sabotage. I think that's the Israeli approach. That's my guess. I don't see them striking out at an attack at this point, just because they've talked a lot about that over the last 6 years, but it hasn't happened.
Yeah, Matthew, great to talk to you, folks. Go to freebeacon.com, check out the Coming Détente with Iran, and also check out the biggest loser, which is Hillary, according to Matthew, which we did not have time to get to, but I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to talk to Matthew about Hillary as time goes on. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Steve.
Take care. All right, folks, up next, Newsmax Deputy Financial Editor Rob Williams. How did the markets do today? We will tell you.